stay home today, you can help me shave my armpits. Ready? On the out breath. Yummy. Hey guys, it's me, Danielle. Welcome to Uniquely Average. I'm coming to you today fresh off the hair debacle. My hair is gone. Yes, I've moved on. Been messing with it, figuring out some different ways to style it. Today I kind of let it be more flat. Normally I've been making it real curly up here, and it's kind of got me feeling like a 1920s vibe. And I got a little bit of a cold coming in, probably from all the emotional stress of losing my hair. That has nothing to do with it, right? But today I was gonna show you guys how I wax my armpits. Ta-da! Oh, you can't see them, but you will see them. Nice and waxed up right now. They're probably flaming red, but that goes away and then they look fantabulous. My armpits have gone through a couple different phases. When I was young, teenage, early 20s, they were always shaved, tank top ready at a moment's notice, because you just never know when you're gonna show your armpits. Then after I had kids, well, after I had a kid, after I had Daisy, I started feeling a little bit rebellious for all the crap that I had to do to be an acceptable female. And one of those things was armpits needing to be shaved, and it was just one more thing I had to do, and I could barely even take a shower. So I just didn't want to do it. And my armpit hair grew out long, and I was like, yeah, that's right, I have long armpit hair, deal with it. But I felt like a little bit of a hypocrite because I always had my legs shaved. So I was sticking it to the man with my armpit hair, but then I was shaving my legs every day. I can't do that because how could I possibly shave my legs but let my armpit hair grow long? I started back up with shaving my armpits, but what had happened is I'd gone so long without shaving them that then every time I shaved them, I'd get a red burn, red rash all over my armpit, and that didn't look any better. Sure, the hair was shaved, but then I have this gross, nasty rash in there. It's not gonna work either. So I grew them back out again, decided to start waxing them. I had waxed my armpits when I used to go to cosmetology school for skin. I loved waxing my armpits because of two reasons. I think two reasons, maybe three. One is that when you have dark hair, your hair is black, obviously. Even when you shave your armpit, you'd have like a black shadow there because of the hair underneath the skin, the hair follicles. Makes sense, right? When you wax your armpits, all of that comes out, and then there's no dark shadow waiting to come out and be seen to the world. The other reason why I loved waxing my armpits is because you'd wax them and then you don't have to do anything for weeks. And half of the amount of hair would grow back because all the hairs grow back at different rates. So at any time, you really only have like half of the amount of hair. Less hair and less shadow. I think one thing that people would not like about it is that you have to let the hair grow out a little bit in order to wax it off. The wax has to have something to grip onto. So some people maybe wouldn't like that, but for me, it doesn't bother me at all. I've had fully hairy armpits, so to have half the amount for just a little while is not a big deal to me. That is why I love waxing my armpits and why maybe some of you wouldn't dig it. I will link the products in the description and you can check it out. It's been a long time since I've bought the materials. I've had this wax and materials. It's lasted me so long, but I seriously think I've had it for like 10 years and have not had to buy new wax, because when you're just using it on your armpits, it's no big deal. Okay, let's see how I get it done, how I get it waxed. Check it out. Today, we're gonna be waxing my armpit. I use a very inexpensive system, GG. I've got the GG pot, the GG strips, the GG wax off and pre-hun. I got some popsicle sticks here. So I take a couple of these, I snap them in half because I don't need to use a full stick for my armpits. You only need 4, but I have a few extra just in case I mess up somewhere along the way. I'm so strong. And I also have some trusty cotton balls here. You're gonna need 2 for the end, 2 for the beginning. 4 cotton balls. I took a shower and washed my pits, but then I did a couple things and you don't want to get too sweaty. So I'm gonna whip out the pre-hun. This is basically a cleanser. It's just like an alcohol cleanser. And you cleanse the pit. Get it ready, make sure there's no bacteria. I'm gonna go ahead and do both of them. I mean, you can see they're not terrible, but you know, they're hairy. They're hairy. So I did it. You want them to dry. I have had my wax on and melting. It's already warmed up and ready to go. You can get your strips ready. I like to have everything out and ready. I don't want to be fussing around with things when I have hot wax on my armpits. So I get all the strips out and ready. I only use 2 total, even though I do 4 wax strips with the hot wax, but I like to have extra ready just in case I mess up. I normally have gloves on, just in case I'm doing anything and I get wax on my hands, but it's not that big a deal, especially with this wax off. It takes the wax right off. But normally I do have gloves on. I'm not going to do that. So if you notice, the hair, part of it grows up, part of it grows down. So that's what I do. I do a strip up and a strip down, one at a time, obviously. Let's get to it. You don't want too much wax on the stick. You don't want it to be running all over the place. Sometimes I do some twisty moves to kind of keep it in place, but we go up with the way the hair grows. And then I chuck this in the trash. I put this strip and I kind of do it at the bottom here because I'm going to pull down. And then you rub it up towards the way you did the hot wax and towards the way the hair grows. You only have to do this a couple times. I'm kind of overdoing it to show you. Here we go. Ready? I take a deep breath. Ay, 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 mama. Top part got out. And there's all the hair. Yummy. I fold it over because I like to reuse this strip. We don't like to have any waste. I get my next stick ready. Give it a little dippy dip. Again, not too much wax. Here we go downwards. Down towards where the hair grows. Chuck your stick. And this time I put that folded side down. Oops. Put it on there. And go downward. Down the way the hair grows. And then here we go. Ay, 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 mama. Oof. It's so appealing to see the hair get gone. Tap it and get any extra wax. First wax is the most painful because you have the most hairs getting pulled out. Then anything after that, it's really not that painful. I feel like you have half the amount of hair. So you're just not pulling as many hairs out. It just doesn't hurt as bad. Here's the wax off. It's kind of like this lotiony type deal. It's kind of lotiony. All over, I kind of dab it on first and then you can see it cleans it right up and then it's not sticky anymore. So let's do the other side. Got my strip ready. This one I kind of hold in my mouth because I like to have it ready to go. You kind of scrape it up because you don't want a thick layer. It needs to be thin. Ready? On the out breath. Yummy. And look though, it looks so nice. Time for the other side. down with the hair. Here we go. Lots of hairs. And then again with the tapping. And actually on this side, I usually don't do this side as good. Just like anything, because I'm doing it with my left hand and I just don't do as good of a job. But if you have like a few stragglers, I just pluck them. Again with the wax off. Yeah, I see like 5 hairs here I'm gonna have to pluck. That's no big deal. Sometimes I make Roger do it. He don't care. He'd done worse. Got some on my nail, dagnabbit. My shellac nails. Don't wanna mess it up. Again, this is why you wear gloves. Normally I don't get any on me, but I'm a little distracted here. Anyway, that's what I do. Let's take a look. They're a little red right now, but here soon they'll be nice and clean. And that's it. That's how I wax my armpits. It's super easy. Literally takes me like 5 minutes, and then I don't have to touch my armpits for like 6 weeks. I love that. Yeah, maybe you want to give it a try. Wax your pits. See if you like it. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Fantabulous.